Hi, I'm Erica. Welcome to Two Girls Tarot. So for those of you who follow me, Amy is still on her break, and as you noticed, I took a little break too. But I'm back. We want to toast to Amy. Good luck on her current journey. We're hoping that eventually she will come back and maybe do maybe some guest spots with us, or maybe want to come back full time. But right now she is still on a break. So toast to her, and we also want to do a little toast to our ancestors, our guides, and those friends and family who aren't with us currently. So toast to them. Anyways, let's get started. So today, let's go into some of our signs and synchronicities that we've seen, or at least I've seen over the last week. This might apply to the collective as well. So something too, and this might be more like over the last 2 weeks, something that's been popping up on my feed that maybe you guys have noticed too, and it's kind of interesting, is the CERN shutdown. So a lot of people have reported that since CERN has shut down, they've noticed energetic shifts, better sleep, less anxiety, so you might be experiencing that as well. There could be something too, I was sort of looking into, I went down the rabbit hole, was looking into what the alternative theorists were talking about as far as when this starts, the CERN starts back up. There were a lot of interesting theories about how CERN, with CERN operating, people were noting more glitches in the matrix, if you will, and that since it would be stronger in 2030, they're upgrading it, you might see more dynamic shifts in energy and in time or space. So you might see more glitches in the matrix, but a lot bigger. There is something too that I've kept seeing or kept hearing, mentioned. It was the legend of the Philadelphia experiment in 1943. So that I feel is tied to the CERN information that we're seeing in a lot of reads that I've been doing just for myself, and in other people's reads I've seen the Justice card come out quite a bit. So there might be something here too for some of our collective about something being balanced out, some sort of scales being balanced out for you. With that, you may have somebody in your life maybe who is energetically draining you or causing you issues or causing you problems. Now, some of these people might be doing this intentionally, and other people might be doing it unintentionally. But what I noticed for myself was I kept on hearing names of people that had caused me problems or that were energetic drainers. And then what I noticed is that those same names, I was watching a show, and the characters happened to be in a jail, and then the name was said over a loudspeaker. So for some of you, these people could be being removed or isolated from your life in some way. This doesn't necessarily mean that they are going to jail or that they'll have legal problems. For some of them, maybe, depending on what they've been doing. But they might be isolated from you or cut out of your lives in other ways. So that's something to keep in mind, that it doesn't necessarily have to mean them physically going to jail, but they might be put into a sort of spiritual jail, if you will, or somehow be isolated away from you. I've been seeing the numbers 111, 1111, 222, 333. Something about ancestors is important. So with that toast, we toasted to our ancestors, but there's something about, for some of you, you might be maybe experiencing something where you go into like a shop, or you go somewhere and you smell something like a certain scent, and it brings back memories of maybe grandma. And I'm saying grandma in particular because something about that, I've heard people mention their grandmothers quite a bit. And there's something specific about sweet tea and lemonade, maybe like a Southern grandma, Creole food, something about that, but also like cafe scents. Like I went to Bath and Body Works, and they have like a caramel vanilla that smells really good. So there's something nostalgic about that as well. So some of you may be experiencing that. Now, keep in mind that that's for some of you, not necessarily all of you. There's also something significant about a vacation. Now, some of you may have gone on vacation or come back from a vacation, or you might be going on a vacation soon. And there's something significant about the beach. Being in nature, relaxing, taking time for yourself. Again, we're circling back to the CERN thing. A lot of people are saying that they're feeling more restful, they're having more restful sleep, less anxiety. But I think in general, it's the universe is telling people that they need to rest a little bit more, relax, take a break. And this CERN shutdown is almost like a energetic break for the universe, if you will, because some people were saying, hey, it's causing more chaotic energy. So I think we'll start to see people feeling more grounded, more relaxed, less anxiety, more stability is what we're going to be seeing. So with that in mind, we're probably going to do a longer read here, and this is just going to be a general read. I kind of feel pulled to do this and maybe the energy cards since we're talking about energy. Let's take a look. All right, universe, we're going to do some shuffling here. All right, universe, what is the overall energy for our collective? Okay, so we've got the 6th chakra, Archangel Metatron. Let me take a look at that. That is number 40. 40 might be significant for people. Some of you might be 40 years of age, but let's take a look. So this very powerful Archangel Metatron brings brilliant indigo vibrations to your brow chakra, or the third eye, which is the center devoted to insight and clear thought. When this card appears upright, it indicates a much greater clarity in your thought process and expanded perspective towards broader horizons. Some new perceptions are taking hold, and the clouds of confusion are clearing. I think that's significant to what we were saying earlier. In some ways, this could be a new beginning, for you're on your way to developing a deeper insight as to what's going on in your life and why. Now is the time to focus on your personal vision. What do you want in your life? What do you want your life to look like in the years ahead? Create a clear picture of that and support it with your daily thoughts. The insight you need to create a vibrant life is available to you now. Okay, so it sounds like a lot of clutter is being cleared, energy is being cleared out. We're seeing a lot more calm, or there might be a need to clear out some energy, so you might need to do some cleansing. But it sounds like that's what is currently the universe is gearing towards for most of the collective. So let's take a look and see. We're going to use the Wonderland Tarot. We'll just see what we have here. Okay. All right. What does our collective need to know about this energy? What does our collective need to know about this energy? I'm going to set this aside so that we can focus on that. You may be seeing signs and synchronicities coming in, maybe messages or things that that are coming from your ancestors that are messages specific to you, so keep an eye out for that. All right, what does our collective need to know? So we have the King of Cups. What does our collective need to know about this message? We have the Ten of Pentacles. We have the High Priestess. Okay, we have the Sun. Okay, these are positive cards. Queen of Pentacles. Okay, Eight of Swords. Queen of Swords. Okay, Seven of Swords. And the Five of Pentacles. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Two of Swords and the Star. Or, sorry, the Two of Wands and the Star. So the Two of Wands, it's almost like somebody has been contemplating on something, planning, organizing something. This could be a King of Cups, or somebody could be in their emotions. Now, could be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. Um, these plans could have to do with their legacy, their future plans, family as well. And with High Priestess, there could be some sort of hidden knowledge. Maybe there's hidden knowledge about maybe an inheritance, money, something to do with long-term money, generational wealth, if you will. Something could be exposed here. Some sort of hidden knowledge could be exposed. It could make somebody very happy, because we do have the Sun card, so that's exposure, perhaps happiness. This could put somebody into a Queen of Pentacles energy, or there could be a Queen of Pentacles here. That is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So very grounded energy, very wealthy, very practical. They know the value of things. With the Eight of Swords, now we did mention earlier about, now the Eight of Swords could be somebody in their head about something. Eight of Swords could also mean jail, but that doesn't necessarily, again, it might not be a physical jail. For some in the collective, it could mean that somebody could have done something wrong and now they're going to jail for it, because we do have the Seven of Swords down here. We do have a Queen of Swords, so there could be some communication about something that's bringing justice in, and it could be some sort of information about somebody who lied, cheated, or stole and left somebody out in the cold, because we do have the Five of Pentacles here at the bottom, but we have some sort of wish fulfillment here with the Star. And again, we've got Six of Pentacles. So Six of Pentacles, it can be that somebody breadcrumbed you originally somehow, and now that is being righted, that is being balanced out. So let's take a look at some of these cards and see, let's clarify what this information is. Okay. Let's clarify the Two of Wands. Please clarify the Two of Wands. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so we have the Seven of Cups, the Moon, the Ten of Cups, and the Seven of Swords. So somebody was being very deceptive. They were planning something in secret. With the Moon card here, they tried to create a lot of confusion on something. Something to confuse somebody's happiness, or something about confusing another individual made this person very happy, made them feel very happy at least. But I think they were trying to cloud somebody's happiness, and I don't think it's going to go well for them. But let's see what else here. Let's clarify the King of Cups. Please clarify the King of Cups. Okay, so we've got the Ace of Pentacles. Oh, we have the Magician in reverse. Okay, so that's trickster energy. This came out kind of on its side. This is the Temperance card, and we have the Lovers. Somebody made a choice to do something. I think it had to do with stealing an opportunity from the collective, and they tried to manifest stealing an opportunity. Well, that is backfiring, because they wanted to have the collective unbalanced, but I think it's creating imbalance in their own life. Again, what goes around comes around. So if you're being deceptive, if you're being sneaky, if somebody's doing something, that karma is going to come back to bite them. And I think that's what's happening here. And I think you intuitively already know this. Like, there's some sort of confusion with the Archangel Metatron card. It talked about having more clear insight. So something that may have been confusing originally is now being cleared. You're going to see it for what it is, and maybe information might be coming out about something that somebody was trying to do behind the scenes. Okay? And with that Magician, again, with that Magician card, this was a Magician in reverse. So they were being very deceptive somehow. They're being deceptive, and that work that they were doing, if they were doing work, is coming back to them. Whether that's some sort of action that they took in the physical world, or in the 3D or in the spiritual. Let's see here. And with the King of Cups, somebody might know that their actions are going to blow back on them, or are currently blowing back on them. They might feel it, and they might be trying to drown their sorrows a bit. So let's see here. I want to see what this King of Cups' true intentions are. Okay. I'm just kind of curious about that. Oh, what's interesting is at the bottom of the deck here, I've got the Queen of Cups. So this could be something, maybe he's deceiving a partner in some way. This doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic partner. This could be somebody that he was in a partnership that he's deceiving. Please clarify the King of Cups. Okay, friendly. I come with warmth and good intentions, bringing joy and light into your life. I don't know that that's actually going to be true, though. Let's see. Brag. I will always enthusiastically share amazing things happening in my life. Okay. Regret. I'm disappointed with how things went with us. I wish I could change the past. Date. I like you and would love to get together to learn more about you. And at the bottom here, underneath, goodbye. The moment has come to part ways. Our paths are diverging, and it's time to let go. This could be somebody who, maybe somebody from your past, who wants to come in. The date might not be necessarily a romantic date. They might want to touch base with you, and this person may have bragged about how, to others about how well things are going in their life, but now there's something that they regret. They might want to come in with some sort of apology in some way, shape, or form, but I think it's because they know that something is parting. The clouds are parting, if you will, for you, so you might be able to see this person clearly. They might not be able to come in and have a shot to talk with you at all, whether that's coming back to be a friend, or coming in romantically, or as a business partner. Who knows? Only you will know. Okay, let's see here. 10 of Pentacles. Please clarify the 10 of Pentacles. Please clarify the 10 of Pentacles. Oh, some sort of legacy is creating heartbreak. And Hangman came out in reverse, so this is not something that's, if it was stagnant before or delayed, this is happening now. So when I look at the Hangman upright, usually for me that's somebody being isolated or being slowed down. This is happening right now. And we have the Six of Pentacles. Okay, so the Six of Pentacles, something is being evened out for you right now, currently. With the Two of Swords, somebody might have been indecisive originally, or made a decision that created obstacles for them, and now it's creating a lot of conflict. There's some sort of conflict here. Somebody wanted to win at all costs, and they were willing to do anything to have the Ten of Pentacles, for wealth, for money. But now they're getting a new perspective on something. How do I put this? Originally they didn't want to change their mind on something. They had a very focused idea of how something would work, and now it's being turned upside down for them. It's being changed. It's happening now, and they're realizing that perhaps they made a wrong decision. Let's see. Please clarify the High Priestess. Please clarify the High Priestess. Yeah. There might have been some sort of hidden knowledge that now they're privy to. Please clarify the High Priestess. Please clarify the High Priestess. Okay. So we have the Nine of... 10 of Swords. Okay. So something is coming to an end. This may have been somebody that betrayed you, or maybe this person is currently being betrayed right now, or they feel betrayed in some way by a third party. This may have been somebody that you may have, with the Nine of Wands, you know, they tried to knock you, they keep trying to knock you down, or maybe they feel like they're getting knocked down constantly and having to try and get back up and just, you know, fight the good fight, if you will. This could be a Queen of Cups, a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or they could be in Queen of Cups energy, but we also have the Death card here. So we've got the Ten of Swords and the Death card. There's some sort of ending that's happening because some sort of hidden knowledge is being exposed. It's coming out. Something is changing. I don't know. I don't know if this is necessarily good for them. So let's see. It might be, and it could be something that with this exposure, again, I kept on getting the Justice card coming out in other reads. So this might be good for you, because this might clear the air and make you see this person for who they really are and make you realize that, oh, I dodged a bullet on this somehow. So that might be a very good thing. Please clarify the Sun. Yeah, we have somebody, okay. So we've got the Seven of Cups, the Knight of Cups, Three of Pentacles came out sideways, and we've got the Devil. We got the Devil and the Lover. So somebody was very obsessed with doing something. I feel like somebody, this is Capricorn energy, but with this I feel like the energy is almost like somebody who was very obsessed with wealth, with material goods, with having a lot of options. They may have walked away from you, or you may have walked away from this individual. There's some sort of walking away from something that, with the Knight of Cups, it was an emotional action. You know, somebody came in with an emotional offer, and either you or this individual walked away, and they walked away for a third party, probably something to do with a third party that would gain them more goods, more wealth, more things. And while I understand the need for stability, that always isn't the best thing, if you will. It's not always the healthiest. So again, some confusion is being cleared up, and it might help close a chapter in somebody's life, and it might help somebody walk away and again clear the air, so that there isn't some sort of anxiety or some sort of I wouldn't really say anxiety, but more like a missed opportunity. I feel like for maybe some of the collective, or maybe this individual, there might be a feeling of, oh, there was this missed opportunity, but really the universe is telling you that you didn't miss a thing. You didn't miss a thing. You are on the right path. So let's take a look. Please clarify the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles came out, so Tarot saying, I said what I said. Okay, so let's clarify the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, we've got the Ace of Wands. And we've got the Two of Pentacles. And the Death card. And the Queen of Cups underneath that. So yeah, there was something where an ending took place. Something changed. This could be a Queen of Pentacles that, with the Ace of Wands, they chose a passionate new beginning with somebody. They were juggling something, and it was more like passion for money or stability is kind of what I think. Let's see what this person's true intentions are. Or they used passion, seduction, in order to have a new beginning with somebody who would bring them material goods, if that makes sense. I'm trying to say it nicely. Okay. Please clarify the Queen of Pentacles. Or maybe that's how somebody operates. They feel like, you know, if I, you know, provide this person with a lot of passion. I can get material goods. I can get my material needs met. Please clarify the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. Please clarify the Queen of Pentacles. I'll read those here in just a minute. So we've got collaborate. Okay, so Queen of Pentacles. If this is somebody that you're dealing with now, the Queen of Pentacles is an energy. It doesn't necessarily have to be a female. It could be a masculine that's in the Queen of Pentacles energy. Okay? So if this is somebody who's in Queen of Pentacles energy, they are, with the bottom of the deck here, unfriendly. Keep your guards up. We aren't friends. I may still have a hostile, odd attitude. This might be somebody who is still hostile towards you. They might approach you trying to be friendly or acting like they are being friendly to you. Because we have collaborate here. We are aligned in our purposes. Let's combine forces and help each other succeed. This also could be a person who aligned with another person because they aligned with somebody else for material gain. So this is like a couple coming together because, not because they love each other, not because there's emotional depth there or emotional connection. It's like you bring a certain amount of money to the relationship, you bring a certain amount of money, we're going to combine our finances and we're going to survive together. It's a relationship of survival is what it feels like for those of you that have this applying in your life. And it might not be yours, it might just be somebody around you, okay? Welcome. I offer an open door, a warm invitation to step into a space where you are embraced and valued. And then vent. I have a lot to say about a situation and need a good listener. Somebody might try to come to you to cry on your shoulder a bit. They might see perhaps the collective as somebody that is very compassionate, somebody that they can vent to, somebody that they can cry on. They might also be coming in acting friendly, saying that they want to collaborate and cry, but also to cry on your shoulder kind of a bit. But they're doing it to manipulate and use you, perhaps for money. This something about this energy feels very money oriented, like they base their whole security on money. And yes, money makes the world go round kind of a thing. And yes, there is a need for it. You need to have money in order to have stability. You know, you have to have a job, pay the bills, that kind of a thing. But money isn't everything in a relationship, and I think that's what this person puts value on, is they put value on what somebody can bring in monetarily, or in terms of material goods, what material goods they can bring to the relationship. Now, if this isn't someone that you dealt with in the past or that you're dealing with right now, as far as our collective, maybe this is somebody around you that is looking at their partner and realizing, oh, this person's only using me for money. This doesn't necessarily have to be directly happening to you. I just want to make you aware of that. All right, let's see here. Let's see about the Eight of Swords. Now, the other thing, again, with the Justice card coming out, with the synchronicities that I saw on that video where I heard that name and it happened to be on a TV show where people were in jail, maybe they're doing something illegal, shady, some type of money embezzling, stealing money somehow. Now, this is for some of you, not all of you. So that may be what this Eight of Swords cards is about. Somebody might be a little worried or up in their head about getting caught about something, because there is a little level of anxiety. There is some level of anxiety here, but I think it has more to with getting caught. Please clarify. Please clarify the Eight of Swords. We've got the Three of Cups. So let's see here. Please clarify the Eight of Swords. Oh. Okay. Oh, okay. Let's see here. All right, we got that Queen of Cups again. She's coming out. So this Queen of Cups might be becoming single. we've got the Queen of Cups. Underneath her is the Nine of Pentacles. This is somebody who places value on material things. This is somebody who, and no offense to anybody who appreciates living the life of luxury, because that is kind of what that Nine of Pentacles is about, is enjoying the luxuries of your life, enjoying the fruits of your labor, the effort that you've put in. But I'm getting a little bit of greed with this. And there's the Three of Cups here. We also have the King of Pentacles, but we have Two of Cups in reverse. So I think this is a relationship where I think the King of Pentacles, I kind of get the feeling that he's doing the heavy lifting because he's the one who has the pentacle. This Queen of Cups is more emotional. She might be emotionally manipulative. It's not in reverse, but she's very, with the Queen of Cups, she knows how to handle her emotions. She's very giving, very empathetic usually. But with this tie-in with the Nine of Pentacles, I think she's placing a lot of value on material wealth. We do have Three of Cups here, so there could be a third-party situation. This could be her trying to reconcile with the King of Pentacles or keep things even. There's some sense of dissatisfaction with Four Cups here over on this side. So there is some sort of dissatisfaction, and maybe this with the King of Pentacles looking the other way, he's looking away from they're looking away from each other. They might both be engaging in third-party situations, if you will. Because something about this relationship, this partnership, whether this is a business partnership, friendship, or a romantic relationship, something about this relationship is not working. It's not evening out. And I think these two people are going to break up if this is two individuals that are in a relationship, and it could, something could be ceasing here. They could be separated. And again, we did talk about people being isolated from you, like people that aren't good for the collective being isolated. So if this is like a couple that's disruptive in your life, that's taking your energy, that maybe one of the partners is coming in trying to like vent to you and say, oh my gosh, this or that, the partner, they might, move somewhere else, or it could be something like that, where they move physically somewhere else, or where you're somehow distanced from this person. They get busy with something else, and then you don't have to deal with that energy anymore. Again, it doesn't necessarily have to be like them being physically incarcerated somewhere. It could be, but it could be them, again, maybe moving somewhere, or maybe getting into another relationship where you don't have to deal with that energy vampire anymore. So, please clarify the Queen of Swords. Okay, we have the Fool. Oh, okay, we have the Chariot in reverse. And we have the Nine of Wands. We have the Six of Swords. Yeah, somebody is moving on to calmer waters. Even if this is you putting up boundaries with this Nine of Wands, saying, hey, I can't do this anymore. I need to protect my peace. You need to stay, please don't come to me for this. I'm, one of those, of course, politely, of course. But this is you putting up boundaries. It's a very good thing. This could be somebody moving on to calmer waters. This could be somebody moving elsewhere or being taken out of your life, but they're taken out of your life for a reason. It's to provide balance for you, because this person was creating unbalance. And this could be a person or persons. Again, this could be a couple that is sort of trying to rein you into their issues. With the Fool, somebody's taking a leap of faith. They might be having a new beginning somewhere, because with this Chariot in reverse, it tells me that whatever they've got going on was going off the rails currently. And they could be trying to pull you off the rails, or they've pulled you off the rails, and now it's time to set up boundaries. Especially with this Queen of Swords, you need to say, no. With the Nine of Cups underneath here, this person could have been indulging maybe in drinking or something along those lines, and it's just too much, you know. They might be draining you a bit or a lot, and it's time for them to go. All right, please clarify the Queen of Swords. Okay, please clarify the Queen of Swords. Please clarify the Queen of Swords. Okay, so we have frustrated. I'm irritated with I'm irritated with what I can't control, and want you to feel as badly as I do. Love, I will be a positive force in your life, and I only want to bring you peace and happiness. Welcome. I offer an open door, a warm invitation to step into a space where you are embraced and valued. And regret, I am disappointed with how things went with us and wish I could change the past. So this sounds like somebody possibly from your past, or maybe somebody that you're dealing with currently. Again, this could be maybe a friend who's in an unhappy relationship, or maybe just somebody that you know, an acquaintance that's in an unhappy relationship that maybe if this was a friend of yours, they cut you out of their life because they were busy with their partner, or like, you know, started dating somebody. They cut you out of your life because that person didn't like you or something along those lines, and now they regret doing that because maybe they're realizing that you were a great person to be around. They missed the connection. There's something about missing a connection with somebody, or wanting to come back in because of the level of compassion that you bring to a friendship, a relationship, a partnership. And this person is frustrated with their life, and they want you to feel as frustrated as they are. They might be coming in saying that they're coming in to bring love or peace to your life, or they want to approach you like that. They want you to welcome them in because you were a warm space for them. But I feel like you have to practice a little self-love and embrace that Queen of Swords energy and put up a boundary with this individual. Because with the Seven of Swords, I don't think they're telling you the whole truth. You're only going to get half truths with this individual. There's something that's not quite right here. Okay. So the Two of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles wanted to come out. I'm not going to lay those down here yet, but I am going to take a look at these. So the Page of Pentacles, they're not bringing in a lot of if they are coming into the connection, they're not bringing in a whole lot of energy. They're going to juggle you kind of like they did before. So whatever this connection is, they're going to juggle you. They want to they're going to come in saying that they want to collaborate with you and create some sort of teamwork, but they're not going to do any of the heavy lifting. They're just focused on, they might come in with a little like gift. They're focusing on reestablishing the connection, but not actually putting in any heavy work. Yeah. Please clarify the Seven of Swords. Oh. We've got the Four of Cups, Eight of Wands, Four of Pentacles, and the Nine of Pentacles with the Three of Wands underneath. Yes. Again, with the Nine of Pentacles, I get that somebody's becoming single. They're trying to play it off that they're very independent, but I don't think that's the case. I think they're very codependent. They're trying to manifest like their independence, if you will, financial stability, but they're using other people to do it. They're using other people's monies to do it. They're not actually manifesting their own independence. I feel like they're very reliant on people. And the number four might be significant. You might be seeing 44. Somebody's very dissatisfied. They feel like they had a missed opportunity, and they're coming in. They're trying to sneak their way back in, is what I feel. because they want to possess you. They want to hold on to this connection somehow. They feel very possessive over it. Let's see here. Please clarify the Five of Pentacles. And even though this person is trying to come in almost very sneakily, I think you're really going to see, I think what this reading is about, it's a warning that you're going to be able to see this person for who they really are. We've got the Eight of Pentacles. This could be a coworker, or this could be somebody who's saying, hey, I'm really willing to put in the work, but they're going to leave you out in the cold again, because this is the Five of Pentacles energy. Please clarify the Five of Pentacles. Ooh. Five of Wands is in reverse. Oh. We've got the King of Cups in reverse. And the Nine of Wands. So yeah, I feel like this is somebody who's, you got to put your guard, you're going to have your guard up with this individual. This might be somebody who's coming in saying, hey, I'm willing to put in the work, but they're not going to. This is somebody that maybe you were in competition with in the past, or they might be creating more challenges for you. This is also somebody who is very emotionally manipulative. This is with this King of Cups in reverse. They're emotionally manipulative. They might be drinking quite a bit. Alcoholism could be a problem for this issue, for this person, or an issue for this person. They want to reconcile with you. So it's a bit of a warning, but just be wary. This person might be coming in. You might have to set a boundary with them, but I think it's also going to clarify for you and recognize why this person was taken out of your life in the first place, or why you need to be separated from this person if you aren't already. So if this person is a part of your life currently, you might be seeing more red flags or more warnings, especially from your grandmother or your ancestors, telling you this person isn't good for you, you need to remove them. And this person is probably going to be removed in some way, shape, or form. It doesn't necessarily have to be like in a bad way. It could just be simply maybe they get see an opportunity somewhere else, another shiny object, if you will, because the Seven of Cups came out quite a bit. So they might see a shiny object somewhere else and flit to that shiny object, whether that's a job, a person, something else that they can try and drain, and then they might be moved out of your life in that way. So that's what I have for you. Anyways, please like, comment, share, and subscribe, and thank you very much for being here. Mwah! Blessings. Bye.